Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so before we get into episode 5, I did record a video for episode 4. I just didn't have enough time to edit it. So I have edited now and I'm gonna upload it. So if you want to, you can go back and watch it. But yeah, let's get into episode 5. So, like I've said before, this Your Mama is a Witch storyline, I'm so not here for it. I'm so not here for it. Gizelle, Ashley, and Mia shopping, talking about this. Let me tell y'all how I know y'all not friends for real. Mia, you should be helping Gizelle with her wardrobe. You should be helping Gizelle with your wardrobe. Instead of y'all sitting up there talking about Wendy's mama being a witch and Nneka and her cousin-in-law and Wendy's sister, y'all should be trying to talk about Gizelle. Gizelle, can we help you? Because girl, you be looking a mess. If that was really y'all friend, and you could help Ashley too. Because quiet as it's kept, Ashley's just as tacky as Gizelle. And she don't even know she tacky because don't nobody tell her. So she might be worse than Gizelle. That's what y'all should have been doing in this shopping scene instead of worrying about Wendy mama. But anyways, so can I say that I was really put off by Gizelle saying, oh, you know, I reached out to my ex-husband who's a pastor and I told him they're doing demonic things. And he told me, yeah, Gizelle, you know, that stuff is real. Stay away from them. Gizelle, you come on this show and you do evil stuff all the time. You do evil stuff. The stuff you did to Chris last season, that was evil. You don't have to mix a potion and make a spell to be wicked and to be a witch and to be evil. You do that shit every season. You're evil. You're the damn witch on the show. What are you talking about? Why he had never told you to stop doing all the evil stuff you be doing on this show? Y'all really tried it. Talking about they doing demonic stuff. Are you serious? Jamal is a pastor. Okay. Oh, wasn't he a pastor of a mega church? He's not a small fish. Okay. This man travels the world. And I'm sure he's been to Africa many of times. He's been all over the world. He has prayed with different types of people from all over the world. You want to tell me that Jamal Bryant has never heard a pastor or someone say Holy Ghost fire? Do y'all read the Bible? Have y'all looked at some of the things that are written in the Psalms when it says prayers for your enemies or someone who's causing you a problem for you? All of that stuff is not the nicest and the prettiest and the cleanest things to say. Some of that stuff is aggressive. Some of the prayers in the Bible are aggressive. So y'all really want to sit up here and Gizelle, y'all going out sad. Y'all going out real sad. But anyways, now I don't intend on going scene by scene on this video. But I just had to point out the fact that, okay, Nneka, your husband is a medical doctor. You wanted us to know that, right? But he don't know how women ovulate and how the reproductive system goes. Whose kind of doctor he be? What kind of doctor is he? Like you went, child, let's not start digging into stuff. Because what kind of doctor is he to sit up on TV and reveal to us that he don't know how the reproductive system goes? You don't know how babies are conceived, sir? Now, I really didn't want to be one of the ones to jump on this bandwagon of firing production and producer Eric. But it's above me now. If they fire production and producer Eric, it is what it is. Because y'all are fumbling. Y'all are flopping. Y'all are trash. Now, I saw the interview. You know, I saw the episode of Carlos King's podcast that he did with Jasmine. And I found myself agreeing with like 99% of what he had to say. Because production, y'all really dropped the ball. At this point, right, we are 5 episodes in. We have discussed cousin-in-law Lebby and Wendy's sister way more than we have discussed Ashley's divorce and Robyn and Juan's issues. Robyn and Juan was supposed to carry this season. And we done got nothing from them. We done got nothing. We have gotten absolutely zero from them. Like, they are skirting around the issue. They're running away from confrontation. They're scared. If you guys are going to be on this show, then y'all need to face the music, stand in y'all shit. And y'all are not doing that. And production has allowed this new girl to come on where her distractions and deflections, and we're not talking about the real stuff. Why is Ashley here if we're not going to get in her business? If we're not going to talk about this divorce, and we're not going to really talk about why you're leaving this man, and if you really are leaving this man, and why you haven't filed, why are you here? The same with Robyn. Robyn, you have been right there with Gizelle, shoveling and digging in everyone's business, and now you got some business that's been exposed, and you refuse to really address it. You're running from the group. You're scared. You're running like a coward. And that's not the type of bitch I thought you were, Robyn. I thought you was a real bitch. You a weak bitch from what I'm seeing. And I don't like it. I really don't like it. Why are we not discussing what's important? It's looking like instead of Ashley and Robyn coming back full time, they should have given the champagne flutes to cousin-in-law Levy and to Wendy's sister, because we all up in their business. I don't understand why we're not talking about Juan is flying bitches in from Canada. That's what we should be talking about. Ashley, you claim to be getting a divorce from this man, but we don't see the divorce happening. Why are we not talking about him being a colonizer, allegedly, and buying up all the land in Somalia? Why are we not talking about those things? But we sitting up here putting Wendy mama and sister and cousin-in-law, we putting them on, like, then they should have had the full-time roles as housewives, not Robyn and Ashley. Not even Gizelle, quiet as it's kept. We know y'all not going to get rid of Gizelle. We know we got to put up with Gizelle for some more seasons. But Ashley and Robyn, why are you here? Now, when it comes to Mia and Gordon's relationship, I cannot get into Mia because I don't know what's truth and what's fiction. I don't know. Like, I can't get into it because I feel like she's going to come back next season and say, oh, me and Gordon worked it out. I don't believe anything that Mia says. And it's like, I know people are like, oh, she's funny. She's comedic relief. Maybe. But she's giving us so much. But I can't get into none of it because I don't know what's real. Like, Mia lies so much. I can't get into her story. I cannot. Like, I just can't. I can't do it. I cannot. Like, I don't really feel no ways about it. If you married a trophy wife, this was wife number 4. A lot of people are feeling bad for wife number 3 that he cheated on he cheated on her with Mia. How did you meet wife number 3? Did you cheat on wife number 2 with wife number 3? I don't know. That's what now that I would like to know about. Okay, I would like to know about that, but she ain't on the show, so I guess we shouldn't be talking about her business either. But, I mean, as far as Mia and Gordon, I'm uninterested because I don't know what's truth or what's not. Like, sorry. Now, I'm so glad that Robyn knows her fractions, okay? Because we know she don't know how to put 2 and 2 together and see that Juan is cheating on her and he don't want to be in this relationship, but he's only there out of obligation and for their 2 boys. I'm glad she knows how to do her fractions at least. I'm glad you know that half of a half is a fourth. I'm glad you know that. Because you don't seem to realize that Juan don't want to be nowhere near you. And I used to feel bad for Robyn, but now I just don't know. I don't even know. Like, it's just like, girl, go away from us with this, Apollo. It's very obvious if you pay attention to social media that Robyn has instructed her supporters, her Robynettes, her LaRobins, to, you know, spin this narrative that Karen is obsessed with Robyn. And I find that to be really hilarious because, Robyn, you know about being obsessed. Any person that will get in a car and cross state lines to see if someone lives where they say that they live, baby, that's obsession. You took a field trip down to Great Falls to see if Karen lived where she says she lived. I really don't think there needs to be a resolution because I enjoy the banter back and forth. I really don't know what the real issue is. If I had to guess, I feel as though Robyn said it. She doesn't like Karen because she feels like Karen is in Charissa's spot. Charisse is the real philanthropist. She's the one who does all the charities and organizations. That Karen is a fraud. Karen puts on this persona for the show. I don't think people who like Karen care about none of that. I really don't think they care about any of that. But I think Robyn thinks that that's the reason why Karen is the fan favorite, and she doesn't like it. And she also doesn't like the fact that Karen dismisses her and her feelings and her opinions. But she don't like you, Robyn. I mean, y'all don't like each other. I don't see what the problem is. For me, this can continue forever because I enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. I do understand that Robyn doesn't like that Karen tried to put her on blast back in season 2 when she was venting about Gizelle. She tried to stir some little mess in that situation. But that is not a real reason to continue to be mad about her how many years later. Robyn is constantly trying to expose Karen for cheating on Ray. She brings this up every season. And it's subtle because Robyn don't get a lot of screen time. But because I actually was a fan of Robyn's, I actually like Robyn. I actually paid attention to the things that she does. And I've seen you. You've come for Karen many a times. And when Karen wraps you on up, then you get upset. But I mean, don't start none, won't be none. You always coming for Karen. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know how you could call her obsessed. I'm going to call you out on that. I don't know how you could call Karen obsessed. She's not obsessed with you. For season 5, when they were at Karen's wig shift party, and they were obsessed with the fact that Karen was not drinking that season. That's obsession. And you asked her, oh, Karen, are you afraid of what you might say when you drink? We all know that that's a nod to the fact that they claim that when Karen drinks, she tells her business. She tells on herself. When y'all was down to the Bird Ladies Lake House, you were asking her, oh, Karen, I heard you were drinking Fireball. You are the one that's obsessed. Don't make me call you out, Robyn. You're the one that's obsessed. Last season, when y'all kept trying to say, well, why are you avoiding Charisse? Why are you avoiding Charisse? We all know that was a setup so that Charisse could tell everyone that Karen... We all know that that was a setup so that Charisse could tell everybody that Karen be servicing the men down to the restaurants in the bathroom. Is that not obsession? Is that not calculating? Does that not take some planning and preparation? If anyone is obsessed, you should know. The reason why they like Karen is not because of this grand dame business. The reason why they like Karen is because y'all put Karen in the hot seat for 4 seasons in a row. That lady was going through a lot of stuff. Her parents were dying. Her husband was going through tax issues. And y'all would not relent. Y'all stayed on this lady's neck and she rised above it. And she still managed to be cordial and decent with you heifers. After all the shit that y'all tried to throw at her, she still came out on top. That's something to be admired. So the people that like her, they like her. I used to love Karen. She disappointed me season 5, but I really used to love Karen. People don't love Karen because she's really this grand dame. No, they love her because even though y'all try to break her every single time, she has the class and the poise to rise above it and not look like a crazy person and not be nasty with y'all, even though y'all deserve her to be nasty. Well, when she told that bitch you're a broken whore from Hampton University, that was a little nasty. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. If you try me, I'm going to come for you right back. Don't be mad at my response. Well, you could be mad at my response. I'm not going to care. So when it comes to that, Karen, we see each other. I believe in reading a bitch down when she try you. But yeah, Robyn, you tried it. Talking about she's obsessed with you. Obsessed with what? Girl, bye. So this story that Mia is telling about the lawyer stealing money from them when they tried to sell something, whatever that was. Like I said, I don't really believe nothing Mia says, so I don't know what's true or what's not true. This lady can lie about having cancer. She can lie about anything. What she's saying could possibly be real. Like, that could have happened because them lawyers, they nasty. That's why you'll never get me to like Erica Jane again. I will never like Erica Jane Girardi ever again because them lawyers really... I know a thing or two about a lawyer taking advantage of you and taking money from you. I know a thing or two about that. So that lawyer probably did do that and probably did delete himself. And if he did, I don't care about that. I don't care nothing about that. Say what you want. I don't care nothing about that. He deleted himself. Oh, well. When people hire lawyers, 99% of the time you're in a vulnerable state. Anyone hiring legal representation does not deserve to be taken advantage of. That's just as fucked up as if you go to your doctor and your doctor takes advantage of you. It's wrong. I don't really care. If the lawyer really did do that to Mia and Gordon, I don't really care about the lawyer. Sorry. I didn't feel nothing. I didn't feel nothing because I know how that stuff really goes. I didn't feel anything. I know they were trying to have a bonding moment, her telling this to Robyn. I wasn't moved at all by this. I wasn't moved by it because why? See, this is my issue with Robyn. I've liked Robyn over the years, but this was something that Robyn did that always rubbed me wrong. Robyn came on season 1 and told us about, you know, this friend of theirs that stole their money, and then he deleted himself when he was about to get caught, whatever the case may be. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because no matter how messed up the guy was, he does leave behind family members who loved him. I get that. But my issue with Robyn is like, you know firsthand that when people have their backs against the wall, how they might just end it all. We know that, right? Especially when you have financial issues. When Karen was going through what she was going through season 3 with the tax thing, the way that y'all rode Karen's back, the way that y'all pressed Karen, I thought that was nasty because you know firsthand when someone is dealing with financial issues, how it can go down. Like a lot of people who get caught in these Ponzi schemes and, you know, the Bernie Madoffs and all of that, y'all know how that story goes, right? Y'all know a lot of times these people rather die than face their consequences. These people rather die than face the shame of being caught and being, you know, exposed. So the way that she was riding Karen and was like, oh, well, we need to see if she really lived there. Y'all drove across state lines to go peek into her window. What if Karen really didn't live there and she was so humiliated she did something to herself? But the fact that Robyn did it, because Robyn, you know better. You know what it's like to have a lot of money and then have no money. You was wrong for that. So I really don't care about that scene. And I don't care to be honest, Karen has really given you a lot of grace. Karen has shown you a lot of grace. Because season 5, when you had your tax issue, Karen didn't do anything to you. She didn't gloat. She didn't throw that in your face. She didn't talk crazy or reckless to you. She gave you grace. Now that Juan has been all up in these streets, I feel like Karen should really be on your neck. She should really be on your neck. She hasn't done that. Now, Karen trying to get Gizelle and Candiace to clear the air, that rubbed me wrong. I know that she has a job to do. I know that they're on a show together and people want to see resolve. Someone who liked Gizelle and Candiace's friendship, I don't really want to see them mend fences. I don't want to see them work it out. I really don't want to see them work it out. I don't. There's certain lines that you just don't cross. To accuse someone, to lie on someone, that's bad. That's nasty work. Let me tell you something. If you lie on me, you're pretty much dead to me. I have a hard time forgiving people who just, out of nowhere, just lie on me. I don't like people like that. I don't like it. If you misunderstand something, say that, but do not quote me or don't say I did some shit that I did not do. I don't like people like that. And what Gizelle did last season was terrible. Gizelle feeling uncomfortable because she's in a room alone with Chris and he's married and she's not. And she knows that someone may see it and perceive it the wrong way. And the fact that she was in that situation was uncomfortable for her. I think if she had left the story at that, a lot of us would have been on her side. Myself included. I would have said, well, you know what, Chris? You did too much. You did too much. But you didn't leave it at that. You put extra. You're like, oh, well, he's unhappy in his marriage. Did he discuss his marriage with you? No, he did not. So how do you know he's unhappy with his marriage? Oh, well, he wanted to see if I was with it. I've been around a lot of married men and they want to see if I was with it. And I know it. And that's what he was on. He's a sneaky link. He does a lot of things that just makes me uncomfortable. Well, what are the things? Did he say anything to you? Oh, well, no. Did he touch you? No. Did he do anything? Did he gesture anything? Well, no. It was just the fact that he was there. Now this season, you're saying he made you go into a bedroom and lock the door. That wasn't your story last season. And Chris says he did not lock the door. He left the door open, ajar, so that people wouldn't get the wrong idea. I definitely think that Chris had no business going in that room talking to Gizelle. It's like you did too much, Chris. You were wrong to even you shouldn't have gone in the room with Gizelle. But I can understand how he could think it's harmless because there's so many people around. And I can understand from Gizelle's perspective, there's so many people around and anyone could get the wrong idea. But you really want us to believe that reunion day, where there are assistants, hairstylists, makeup artists, PAs, all types of people. Then the people who are in the hotel. Then there are people who are part of Nicki Minaj's team and security. That would be the day that Chris Bassett would see you in that ugly pink jumpsuit and say, oh my God, I gotta have me some Gizelle. And he would risk it all on that day of all days to get at you. It was unbelievable. And Gizelle, because of her privilege, and this is the part that a lot of people didn't want to understand about what Candiace was trying to say. Candiace was trying to say, because Gizelle looks the way that she does, she thinks she could do whatever she wants to do to people. And we've seen that. We've seen that over the years. She was so full of herself that she did not think that people would put two and two together. There are a lot of people, especially on Twitter, that love Chris and hate Candiace. There were a lot of people on Twitter saying how Chris should leave Candiace and be with Ashley. There are a lot of people who think that Gizelle is gorgeous and that they don't feel the same way about Candiace. So for people who are colorists, people who do value Gizelle's aesthetics and not so much Candiace's aesthetic, it's easy for someone to believe that, oh yeah, well, Chris, if he could be with Candiace, of course he finds Gizelle attractive. Of course he would want to be with Gizelle. That is what Gizelle was hoping would make her story stick, is that people would see her and say, of course Chris tried to make a pass at her. Look at me and look at his wife. That's the part that's unspoken. And that's the reason why Gizelle thought that her story that made no sense, that people were going to buy it and not even think like, that don't make any sense, Gizelle. So when Candiace chewed her up at the reunion last year when they was wearing their blues, I don't think Candiace said anything wrong. And for Gizelle to now try to flip it and say, oh, well, for the safety of my children, I'm not going to interact with Candiace. Girl, go to hell. Gizelle knows that a lot of us like her children, and her only redeeming quality is that this mean dragon lady is nice to her kids. So, of course, you're going to throw your kids in there. But your kids don't got nothing to do with this. You've been doing mean, nasty things all these years. You never thought that, oh, you know what? For the sake of my kids, maybe I shouldn't do some of these things on television. But you want to try to blame Candiace cussing you out when you deserve to be cussed out. You want to say that that put your children in harm's way. But you don't want to think about Candiace. You don't want to think about Candiace and Chris's children. When you accuse someone of violating you sexually in any kind of way, that leaves a stain. That is something an apology, in my opinion, can never fix. It leaves a stain on that person's name, their reputation, their life forever. Because there's always going to be someone that side-eyes him and say, you never know, he probably really did do that shit. That is why I don't care that Kandi never wants to talk to Phaedra again. I have a lot of opinions on that. But if Kandi never talks to Phaedra, I'm fine with it. Because when you put something out there about someone that's sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, sexual intimidation, it leaves a stain that an apology, a retraction just does not undo. It doesn't undo it. So for the people to think that, oh, well, Candiace and I don't know how they could fix that. I don't know how they can fix that. And it wasn't just what she did in the moment. It's all of the things. Y'all went so far to get the Cookie Monster involved, Sesame Street involved. Y'all did too much. I would never talk to Gizelle or Ashley. Every time I say anything to them, it's going to be shade. It's going to be mean. It's going to be nasty. You keep them around me, because every time I feel like saying something ugly to them, that's what I would say. But reconciliation could never happen. Could never happen. Y'all wanting to say that that man was flirty or that he might cheat on Candiace, that was ugly enough. But y'all didn't have to make it seem like the man was a predator of some sort. Oh, you made me go to the room with him. He didn't make you go to the room with him, Gizelle. How does he make you go to the room? It was your room. You had the key. When you opened that door and you saw that no one was in there and you started to feel weird, all you had to do was say, Chris, this is not a good time. You wanted Chris to come in that room. You wanted to get into Chris and Candiace's business. And when Chris didn't give you the information that you wanted him to leave, and he left. How does that now say he forced me to go in the room? When you say he made you, that is implying force. So people who are not that smart and don't really care about the truth, oh, they're going to run with that. Oh, yeah, he grabbed that girl's arm and shoved her into the room. You might as well have said that because that's how it looks. So for me, I'm with Candiace. I would have nothing but rude, crude remarks. That's all I would have for her. Bach talk. Every single time Gizelle says anything in my direction, I'm going to say something about her. I'm going to light her ass up. I'll be flaming her every second I get. I'll be talking about her wigs. I'll be talking about everything. I will be dragging Gizelle to kingdom come. You want smoke? This is what it would be. I would have no words for, I would have reconciliation my foot. It's not happening. So as far as Nneka, I already told y'all before, I don't like her. It ain't changing. Every episode, I dislike her more and more. I hope that after this video, I never have to talk about her again. Because I think she is a chop. I think she is a flop. I think it was a mistake for her to even be on the show. If anything, y'all should have given her a guest spot or a friend role. She does not deserve to be a full-time housewife. She's corny. This lady has bought bots to harass people. We have not had to deal with this kind of bullshit on this show since season 5. She has bought bots to harass and malign Wendy. And it's just kind of like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get what Wendy has done for all of this to be happening. You're corny. You're lame. People sitting up there talking about, oh, we love Nneka. I don't understand how y'all love Nneka. Y'all hate Candiace because Candiace rebuttals and responds. Y'all hate Candiace and Wendy because they respond and they get upset and their voice get loud and they scream and they yell and they insult these people. But that's all we've seen from Nneka, but y'all love her. Y'all are bots. And some of y'all are not bots, but some of y'all are fools. We know, like, it's very obvious that she's reached out to a lot of the people that support Robyn so that they would support her. She's reached out to a lot of people who don't like Candiace and Wendy, and they're supporting her, and it's fake, and girl, you ain't fooling the people. Well, we see what's going on. I don't know why she's here. From what it's looking like, this whole supposed to be beef between Wendy and Nneka is bullshit. The real beef, the real drama, the real cause of Wendy's mama calling cousin-in-law is because the drama and the beef is between cousin-in-law and Wendy's sister. These two women were friends and they've had a falling out. Like Wendy said, they've been going back and forth for 2 years. From the receipts that I've seen on Twitter, it looks like the cousin-in-law is a user. She's a user. She wants, girl, can you hook me up with this? Girl, can you hook me up with that? Girl, can you hook me up with this? It seems like Wendy got on TV and everybody thought that they could ride her coattails onto this show or onto, you know, some opportunities. And that's just that on that. Wendy did not owe Nneka a damn thing. She don't know Nneka. She knows the cousin-in-law. And since we're talking so much about the cousin-in-law, I don't understand why the cousin-in-law, she should have been on the show. She should have been on the show. We're talking more about her than we are talking about the people who are actually on this show. And people are just like eating this up because they feel like, oh yeah, Wendy's getting exposed. Wendy is a bad person. And it's like, Wendy's not getting exposed for shit. Wendy is on this show. Wendy is being paid to be on this show. Her sister is not getting a paycheck on this show. Cousin-in-law is not getting a paycheck on this show. Why the hell would Wendy come on this show and acknowledge her sister and her sister's friend having conflict? They're not on the show. Wendy's sister is an actual medical doctor. She's a surgeon. Why the hell would Wendy come on the show and spray her sister's tea? That doesn't even make sense. Why would she do that? Because people are like, oh, well, why didn't she just say that? Why would she say that? They're not on the show. If y'all wanted production, if y'all wanted Ivy and cousin-in-law's tea, then y'all should have offered them a contract and brought them on the show. Y'all didn't want to do that. So y'all brought Nneka And then Nneka is pretending as if she's a part of this some kind of way so that she has a storyline. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. From the text messages that were shown, cousin-in-law wants to be on the show. And I don't know why Bravo didn't give her a champagne flute. Because we really talking about her. We are discussing her business. Because I don't know why we, the audience, are supposed to care that Wendy had a falling out with her good home girl. And so when the good home girl tried to reach out to Wendy and say, hey, do you want to meet my cousin-in-law so she can get on the show? Why would Wendy say yes? You who she knows, cousin-in-law Lebby, Wendy knows you. And you have turned on her sister while she's been on this show. Why the hell would she co-sign your cousin's wife? Why would she co-sign your cousin's wife? She don't know her. She knows you. And your ass ain't even been real. Why would she co-sign a bitch she don't know? Make that make sense. And then new girl Nneka, she's sitting up there upset. Like she really feel right in her spirit about what she's talking about. You sound stupid. You're a whole educated woman. You're a professional woman. You are an attorney. You are supposed to be able to spin some shit, but this ain't working. This right here, what you're doing, you just look crazy. The people don't even care enough that are on this show. They don't even care enough about it to follow the story. Ashley, who loves mess, can't even follow the story. Because you know why? There's no story. The story is your cousin-in-law, she's a user. She's friends with Wendy's sister, and she thought because she's friendly with Wendy that she could use Wendy, even though you're not talking to her sister. You and her sister are beefed up, but you want to ask Wendy for favors. And then she tries to usher you onto the show through that connection. I'm sure she felt like, oh yeah, I'm going to be on the show too. And that ain't happening the way that y'all had thought it should happen. It's stupid. It's stupid. This is dumb. Why are we talking? This is dumb. I don't want to talk about it no more, because if y'all really wanted us to be up in Ivy and cousin-in-law's business, y'all should have brought cousin-in-law and Ivy on the show, pay them what they wanted, and then we could be in their business. Y'all sitting up there giving Robyn a free check and she ain't doing shit. Ashley, the same thing. And Gizelle as well. Well, Gizelle always gonna get a free check. Y'all had that lady cleaning out her gutters last season when there was real shit to be talked about. I ain't gonna never let y'all forget that. They had Gizelle on the ladder cleaning out her gutters while she and Robyn both knew what Juan was up to. And they tried to make Karen look like she was lying. Y'all want us to talk about cousin-in-law? Y'all want us to talk about Wendy's sister, Ivy? Pay them and bring them on the show. Relieve Robyn and Ashley of their duties because they ain't bringing nothing to the show. Demote Nneka because she really don't, we don't need her. What we need her for? Get her out of here too. I kept seeing people say that Wendy got caught in a lie, and I'm just like confused. Like, what lie did she get caught in? I think sometimes Wendy forgets that she is in between two cultures. There are certain things that her mom and her people say that sound crazy to her castmates because they're not African, they're not Nigerian. So when they hear certain phrases, they're like, ooh, what is that? Is that a spooky spell that she put on Mia? No, it's not a spooky spell that she put on Mia. It's just, it doesn't sound right to y'all because that's not what y'all are familiar with, which is why y'all shouldn't be in a business the way that y'all are, but whatever, I digress. I don't think Wendy did anything wrong. People are like, she shouldn't have never read the IG post her mom made. Her mama didn't say nothing wrong in the IG post. Can you imagine your daughter gets assaulted by one of her coworkers? She tells you about it, but then you actually see it on TV. What mom is not going to be pissed? And your daughter really didn't do anything wrong. If her daughter was like Ashley or Gizelle, causing confusion and destruction everywhere that they go, I think that mama would have to sit down. Y'all see me and mama don't say nothing because she know the type of demon child she got. Ashley mama don't say nothing because she know what her daughter does, right? But Wendy really didn't do nothing to those girls. Wendy did not deserve what Mia did to her in Miami last season. So I don't blame her for seeing that shit and going crazy when she saw it. And then I didn't realize how ignorant that so many adults are. What Wendy's mom said, that, oh yeah, she put a hex on Mia. Like, wow, really? Wow. I guess. I don't think Wendy did anything wrong. I just don't. I don't think she did anything wrong. She read what her mom said to Mia. I don't know what that has to do with Nneka. Nneka is trying to make something that's not about her about her. The real drama, the real beef, the real issue is Wendy's sister and the cousin-in-law. They were friends. They have a falling out. The mama getting involved, that don't got nothing to do with Real Housewives of Potomac at all. And if Real Housewives of Potomac want to exploit this situation, pay them people and bring them on the show. Nneka trying to pull from that and make that about her, it don't got nothing to do with you, Nneka. You're a newlywed. You just married this man. Whatever his cousin got going on with her best friend don't got nothing to do with you. It's like you're trying to make fetch happen. Girl, we don't like you. Go away. You're weird. And then people are like, oh my God, we love Nneka. Y'all are full of shit. There's nothing to love. I haven't seen it yet. Now, as far as Wendy, I really hope that this is a season that you learn that these bitches don't like you. I hope you finally understand that Ashley Darby, she does not like you. She will never like you. You are a Gemini. She is a Gemini. Bitch, you know how we are. Once we don't like you, we don't like you. It ain't changing. Every time I see Wendy trying to broker peace between Candiace and Ashley, I throw up in my mouth a little bit. I really do. Because it's gross. It's like, why do you keep... This girl don't like y'all. This girl don't see it for y'all. Wendy, you have been kissing Ashley's ass. Season 6, season 7, and even now. This girl don't like you. She don't mean you no good. No good. She don't fucking like you. Why you keep trying to be this girlfriend? It's disgusting. Stand the fuck up, Wendy. It absolutely makes... I don't understand it. Ashley needs to go. Ashley is there getting a free paycheck and she's not doing anything but starting mess and then acting like she don't have nothing to do with it. She's not your friend. She drugged your ass right to the mess and then left you on the side of the road. She left you for dead. Your friend you care about, she left you for dead. And then she's sitting there, I'm sure you're watching it now because you probably wasn't aware of this while it was being filmed, but now you're watching it. First of all, that little speech that she gave Ashley, talking about I'm proud of you. Wendy, last season, when the whole thing happened in Miami, did you not see that Ashley and Gizelle were the ones talking to Mia? They set your ass up, Wendy. Ashley, Gizelle, and Mia set you up. When they got to that table at Peter's restaurant and Peter did not go off on you, Ashley was the one nudging Mia like, girl, I thought you said he was going to do something. What's up? Peter he don't seem like he got a problem. Peter don't seem like he got a problem. That's what made Mia leave the table to go after Peter and to get the story about you. Ashley instigated that whole thing. And then when it got ugly, she realized, oh, this is going to look bad. Let me clean it up a little bit. She pretended to have your back and be nice to you. She set you up. And then she set you up again this season. If you come back here next season or at the reunion trying to be cool with Ashley, I don't think I could defend you no more. Because you must like embarrassment and disgrace. And you like to be treated badly. Because what the hell? Let this fantasy of Ashley being y'all friend, let it die. Put it to rest. Bury it. Because it's not going to happen. She play in your face every season. Every season. She did it to Robyn too. Robyn, you another one. Robyn, you even sat up there and let Ashley has played in your face since day one. She's never given you the type of apology that Wendy gave to you. And Wendy didn't even owe you no apology, Robyn. Ashley has never given Robyn a heartfelt apology like the one Wendy gave her. But she was willing to give Ashley a chance every season. You know why that is? Because Gizelle is the one pulling the strings. Gizelle said, Robyn, you're going to be friends with Ashley. And she's following suit. As long as Gizelle is pulling the strings, Ashley's not going to be your friend. Robyn ain't gonna be your friend. Bitch, stick with the bitches that fucking like you. You got Candiace, you got Karen. The rest of them hoes don't like you. It irritates me so much when it's like we see Wendy doing the right thing, trying to move past it, and we just keep seeing them play in your face. Girl, it's too much. It's too much, and we're over it. Anyways, child, I'm tired. This is... Somebody said that RHOP ain't RHOPing, and they didn't lie. This witchcraft storyline has completely turned me off. I promise you, if it wasn't for Candiace and Wendy being on this show... And honestly, I'm not even trying to really defend Wendy as much as I'm defending my people. People who are already ignorant and love living in their ignorance, they already be looking for an excuse to degrade Black people and degrade African people, dehumanize us. They love it. And this nonsense that Nneka brought to this show, it just gives them more to work with. And I ain't never gonna like Nneka. Thanks to this, I'm never gonna like her. She could have left that part out. I would have given her a chance. But the moment I heard that, I was done with her. And I'm really done with this season. I'm really done with this season. If it wasn't for Candiace, I don't think I'd be watching. I would let Wendy suffer with her good friend, Ashley. You let her keep playing in your face. You deserve what she gives to you. I don't know, y'all. Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.